Say what you gotta say the first time, not the next time. Hey yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Corey J. It's time for another episode of To Be Frank, the podcast. I'm really excited about today's episode. This is one of my longtime friends that I call family. We go way back than two flats on a Cadillac. Literally, we have done it all together from being in church together, from different collabos. She's the nutritionist of all nutritionists. She has style, she has grace. Baby, she just queening all the time. She always has it together. Like literally, no sleeping on it. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'm gonna bring out today's guest. Y'all probably guessing who it is. No, it's not Beyonce. It's not Beyonce. Not yet, but she coming. Not Beyonce though. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Bianca Coats. What's
Hey,
up, B? What's popping, McPoppin'?
nothing much. Just enjoying this beautiful Friday and glad to be here.
Come on, holding it down, holding it down. Now y'all see, B has 1,000 letters behind her name. Now she got the credentials. MPARDLDN. Look, she did not get come on this podcast without the credentials. Don't
Okay.
sleep on her. She holding it down. So this episode is called y'all. Yes, it's good for you. We're gonna talk about a lot of good things because B has a lot of not only good but great things going on. So first things first, B. I just want you to go ahead and give our viewers a welcome and by giving us a little background of yourself.
All right. So, again, my name is Bianca Coats. I am originally from Lafayette, Louisiana. Whoop, whoop. I am a registered dietitian as well as a cookbook author. So, what that means is I help people to eat healthier, change their behaviors, and how to eat better because we love to eat here. I love to eat.
Yes, Lord. We want to eat everything.
Food is, I mean, it just brings everybody together, right? But
Right,
the thing is that we don't eat as healthy as we should to take care of our bodies. And of course, our bodies is our temple, and we should be
right.
taking care of it. It's okay to eat what we want every now and then, but we need to make sure we're taking care of our bodies, that we're not living to eat, but eating to actually live. And so that's kind of
Come
my motto, and that is my book that I've written. I also do have a private practice, so I do get referrals from doctors, or if you just want to see a dietitian that may look like you or I, and can help you do a little better with your health. And also, I'm a director of child nutrition for Zachary schools. So what that means is I'm over all the schools, helping the kids to eat healthy. So that's important too. So that's where it's
on.
in the schools with the kids, and then getting the adults to follow also.
That's what I'm talking about. So y'all hearing it first. She helped not only the adults, but the kids too. So y'all cheering. You know them cheering. Quick to want to eat those bad snacks. Don't give them kids those bad snacks. You're about to get on y'all today. So get on your mind. So get it on your mind. So first things first, B, on behalf of the To Be Frank fam, we want to thank you for being on today's broadcast. We know your schedule, we know our schedule, but it means so much to have you on today and committing to be with us today. So
Yes, of course.
big,
Thanks
big
for
part.
having me. Thank
So let's get right into today's dialogue. So first things first, what inspires you so much to uh, keep steady on this health journey? Like you are soaring with it. I remember whenever you first released your book. At the end of the broadcast, you'll be able to tell people how to get access to the book. But tell us about that journey. Like, how did that all start with the book?
So just thinking back on like family history, we all have family that may be sick for whatever reason, may have like diabetes, high blood pressure. Of course, that does run in the African American, families. And I was like, why is my family so sick? Why do we have all these different chronic diseases? What is it? And I mean, a lot of times it could be because we do carry that gene.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, can't help that.
right,
But other times it's because of what we're putting in our mouth. Everything we eat affects us, whether it's good or bad.
right.
However you want to think about it, it does affect us.
It's true.
So I kind of thought about, I wanted to be in the medical field, but I want to deal with food. Like I
Yeah.
like to like cook here and there, and I watched my mom cook as I was growing up. And so what I did was I did major in what's called dietetics, and
Okay.
um, from there, I kind of took a little detour. I got my master's in public administration, well, healthcare administration. So I went
Okay.
in the healthcare field. And then 8 years later, I kind of circled back into nutrition, and I was like, you know what? I need to get back into it. And I got my got into my internship program, and then I had to take the board exam. So that wasn't easy. That journey right there was a lot.
Lord. Oof.
It was
That's curse words by itself. Oof.
Yeah, it was not an easy journey because I will say that this field of dietetics is dominated by Caucasian women, and that's fine.
Right.
But I want to bring awareness to that. African Americans, let's get into it. Let's get
Come
into
on.
this
Come
nutrition
on. All
field
right.
and let's be healthy.
Come
Let's just
on.
be healthy.
Tell
Period.
it.
So that journey was a long journey. It took me about 10 years to get through it, and that's okay, y'all. Whatever you got to do to get through your journey, do it. Whatever you got to do it. Just be persistent. So I was persistent. Took my board exam a couple of times. That's okay, also, but I
There's nothing
passed.
wrong with that. Come on.
But in the meantime, what I'm trying to say is, in the meantime, I wrote a cookbook, and so that was just some recipes that I loved and I enjoyed, and I put them in that
Mhm.
cookbook. Also, I was in the community. I was teaching health education. So I was creating a platform to be able to help us in our churches, in our community, to be healthy. And then once I got my license, I was able to be able to practice in a hospital and be able to do more teaching to others in the community. So in the meantime, I was creating that platform for myself in order to get the message out, widespread, so my journey was long, but uh, I was just inspired to be able to help us to take care of our bodies better. And I'm the type of dietitian that I don't like to say, no, you can't have this, no, you can't do that.
Mhm.
But there are some better ways for us to eat and still be able to enjoy what we eat.
Gotcha. And you right on point with the persistence because a lot of times we don't feel that that is necessary when it comes down to nutrition and being healthy. So I want to go in deeper. So a lot of folks think that when it comes to nutrition, it's simply a mind thing. But on your journey, you combine spirituality and that and your mental health at the same time. Tell us about that. Like how is that so important to bring the two together and be successful?
Well, so we know that, like it says in the Bible, that our body is our temple,
Simple, correct.
and we
Yeah.
should be taking care of our temple. And
Hmm.
I like to use that because we should be living by that. We
Right.
read stuff in the Bible, but do we actually live it? And so, and like
All right, man. Come on. Come
like
on.
faith without works is dead. So like a lot of people say, we have faith, I'm gonna be healed, and I'm gonna be better. But what are you actually doing to be healed? Are
Yeah.
you eating bacon and pork chops every day and thinking you're gonna be healed? That's not how that works.
Oh,
So yes, so it is, yes, spiritually, yes, we should be living what it says in the Bible to take care of our bodies, and we need to do whatever it takes, whether it's going to the doctor. I know some people have issues with going to the doctor because it may just be a trust issue, or they may not be able to afford a dietitian. I've never heard of a dietitian. But it's important that we utilize doctors and dietitians that God has given us,
hmm,
to be able to take care of ourselves, but also mentally. Yes, it is a mind thing. If
gotcha.
you don't want to eat healthy, you're not going to. If your mind is like, I'm not gonna do it, you're just not gonna do it. But if your mind
Right.
is like, I want to be healthy, this is what I'm gonna do, I'm putting my mind to it, I'm doing all that I can, then it needs to be a mental thing and a mind thing. So it does
Gotcha.
kind of take both sides
Okay.
to be able to, accomplish that.
I appreciate you for saying that because a lot of people think it's like, oh, you can't mix the two. It's just one or the other. Though I've said it in multiple episodes of mine. In order for you to wholeheartedly love yourself, you have to love yourself through four aspects, and that's mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional. You can't leave one out and think, oh, I'm loving myself wholeheartedly. No, you got to put them all together. And when it comes to eating, it's just like when you're saying grace and blessing the food. Like, what you blessing?
Right.
Like that really, like, okay, now you see all that grease flowing on that plate. You know what time it is. You know better. So saying all that, I want to go into cooking. So viewers, one of the key things that I want y'all to know about Bianca is the one who started me to love cauliflower. I did not love cauliflower at all. I didn't like it. I'm like, it stinks, it's gross, it's whatnot. She literally has this signature cauliflower rice. It's found in her cookbook. And before I even purchased the cookbook, she prepared some. I tasted. I wanted more. I wanted a regular. I was like, I can't even make it myself. Then she messed around and added protein to it. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, what is this? This is good. And it's healthy for me.
Right.
So, so Bianca, tell us about how you come up with these recipes. Because, baby, you think it's still soul food. And it's not. It's good for you.
So I kind of just think about healthy foods that sometimes we just don't know about. We don't try
Yeah,
them. We're like that. We don't eat that. Traditionally
yeah,
we eat certain foods. And
yeah, yeah.
when it comes to like cauliflower, that's not a staple on our table usually. We don't just go and buy cauliflower. And
Gotcha.
there was a craze when cauliflower rice came out, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay. When I first saw it, I was like, I don't know either. But uh, you gotta think about it. It's all about flavor. When we eat,
Yeah.
we gotta have the flavor has got to be there. If the flavor is not there, you're not gonna eat it. Just period. Just throw it away. You're not gonna eat
That's
it.
me.
And so, and when I'm talking about flavor, I'm talking about like different flavors like garlic, cilantro,
Hmm.
just different type of peppers, and you want to use flavor. And I'm not talking about salt, because I know a lot
Right.
of people love to add salt. That's like our go-to salt, or Tony's, and these
Hmm.
different brands that have so much salt in them. And
Right.
so I'm not talking about salt, I'm talking about flavor. And you can get that from like fruits, again, your fresh herbs. I use
Hmm.
a lot of that. um Not to say that I don't use salt. I use very minimum salt.
Right.
Um, Again, salt causes so many issues with us. And so, you can take anything. You could take a vegetable, you could take meat, anything, and you can make it healthy. Now, there are some things that, I'm kind of like iffy about when it comes to like, especially like red meat. You want to be careful,
Hmm.
or something that's already been processed. And when I say processed, I'm talking about smoked meat, something that's been smoked, or something that's been boiled, or like deli meats.
Yeah.
That's something you definitely want to stay away from, because they've already processed it, and so
Okay.
your body, yeah. And so what you want to do is take something in its natural form and add flavor to it. That's what that way you can keep the nutrients in it that you need, and then it'll taste good also.
Well, you a beast at it. That's all I can say. You are a beast at it. I'm telling y'all, that cauliflower rice had me going, and I'm like, girl, you showed us some cauliflower rice, because
Yeah.
I used to be a heavy rice eater,
Hmm.
and it's been years. Like now, it's very minimal. I'm on white rice. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I can say within a month's time, I may be eating white rice maybe twice, maybe, and that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? In the
Mhm.
South, Louisiana, look, let me tell y'all. Everywhere you look, they got places that have plate lunches and whatnot, and meals with white rice. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, there's many types of rice, but to me, it's like when it's rice, it's rice. You know what I'm saying? And if you're eating this big plate full of it with this gravy on top, and then you have this greasy protein, like that's just that's not a good route.
No, it's
So
not.
B, I wanna ask about overcoming a struggle. So we all know people go to grocery store. We all guilty of it. That we want to. All right, this is my list. I bought this, that, and so forth. and then you loaded all the groceries in your car, and now you're like, oh, Chick-fil-A is right here. Let me stop and get me some fast food. That is a dangerous situation because you just said, just how I just mentioned, I'm about to eat my cauliflower rice, but instead I'm about to get me that spicy chicken sandwich.
Oh,
What is the dangers of doing that, B?
so, it first of all, it sometimes usually happens when you go to the grocery store and you're hungry. And so you never want to do that. First of all, if you go to the grocery store when you're hungry, you're gonna probably most likely buy everything in the store. Stuff you don't even need. But because you're hungry, you're like, oh, I need this. I need to get this. But
Right,
a lot of times it's great to not go to the store hungry. And although you have picked up all that on the shelf, you are gonna want to stop before you get home because you're like, oh, I can't wait till this food gets cooked. Let me just get something now. And so yes, that can be dangerous, because 9 times out of 10 you're gonna go to a fast food place, something that's fast, something I need right now, and so
right.
fast food is not healthy. We all know that we eat it sometimes. Sometimes people eat a lot more, but it's not the healthiest. And so, if you have your mind set on I'm gonna eat healthy, then there's no reason for you to stop. Now, I'm not gonna say I don't ever stop because that would be
Yeah,
I tell the truth
yeah.
because I do, but I do have some clients that are like, I eat fast food all the time. It's so hard for me to break this habit. What can I do? And so, you never want to stop cold turkey. I mean, that's just,
Right.
again, it's not a realistic, thing. But at every fast food place, there is something healthy. And so, what I say is if you're trying to break that, whatever habit you have of going to get fast food, okay, well, you're going to probably get a burger. All right. So, balance it out with a salad and I mean, that's the first thing we do. Are you gonna get those nuggets? Balance it
Those
out
nuggets.
like a side salad and some water. The last thing you want to do is you want to get a big burger with a big fry and a big drink. Like you've ruined
All of
it.
it. All the things. All
Yes,
the things. Give it all. I want it all. You're
right.
like,
But
oh, it's cheaper. Let me get that because I
you
done
get the
that spent
combo
that
right.
$200 grocery bill.
Exactly. And that's how they advertise it. It is a big marketing scheme. They're
Yeah,
like this big combo. Buy this, get this free. And
yeah,
you completely messed up what you're trying to accomplish with your health journey. But again, so if you're trying to, you know, balance things out, or you're like, man, I really just got to get something to eat. Like I said, get that one unhealthy thing you're gonna get, balance it out with a salad, and get some water with it. The last thing you want to do is get the whole combo, and now you're full, and now you don't even want to eat healthy anymore.
right.
So it's just all about balance. And then once you continue doing that, you're gonna eventually not even want that food anymore. You're not even gonna have a taste for it. You're not gonna crave it. So start to do with that balance, and then kind of back away from it.
That's good. That's really good. Balance. Y'all heard it first. You said balance. I know that word is so hard, but yeah, you got to balance in that kitchen, baby. Get out
Yeah,
of that drive-through and bounce on in that kitchen.
yeah, get in the kitchen.
So, B, one of the key things that I admire about you is that you are truly a woman of empowerment. And I know there's many women that's, watching, this episode, and they're wondering, how can I be a woman of empowerment, not only on the nutrition side, but just like you mentioned earlier, dealing with persistence and balance and nutrition. What are some key ways that Bianca maintains this lifestyle?
Balance. I mean, it really is. It really is all about balancing your life. I mean, like I said, I wear a million hats,
Yeah,
and I'm married, and I'm trying to make sure my family's okay, and hang out with my friends, and
yeah,
exercise, and eat healthy, and do everything all in one day. And that can be
yeah.
hard. And so it's all about taking care of yourself first. Yes, you're going to take care of your family. That naturally comes, but you want to make sure you take care of yourself. And then also, if you are in whatever field you're in, if you have a business or whatever it may be, continue
Hmm.
to read on it. Continue to see how you
That's
can
good.
better. research. When I look at my Instagram page, because I'm always on Instagram when I'm not busy, all I see on my Instagram page is dietitians, doctors, and food.
Yeah,
And so, we're in a social media age where, we probably don't read a book as often as we should, but we should
right,
be reading.
right.
But on social media, your social media should be tailored to your field, your business, and making you better. And so
That's
every day
good.
I'm always reading something, or I'm talking to my mentor, like what's new in research with nutrition. Have a mentor. That's so important. I don't care
Right.
how old you are, have a mentor. I have one, Miss Valerie Minix. She's in Lafayette. I love her. She has really molded me into the dietitian and the person that I am right now because
Okay.
she kept me on track. When I wanted to get off track or whenever I wanted to give up, she kept me on track. This is what you need to do. This is how you need to build your platform. This is, you
Mhm.
know, just keeping me encouraged and balanced. So that's really important, you guys. Have a mentor. Continue to see how you can make your business or your platform better or bigger, or how you can have a bigger reach to the community, and also serving the community. That's important. That's something that I
That's
do.
key. Yeah,
Me and my husband does. And so just giving back to the community in whatever capacity that you're in. But again, you guys, balance is important, and don't be so hard on yourself when you don't accomplish something. Just continue to be like, you know what, I didn't do it today, but tomorrow I'm gonna do a little better.
and that it's like okay, it's just I had it right this first time. I'm not gonna have it right the next time, and that's good that you say that. You're not gonna have it together every time, but you still,
No.
you tried. That's all that matters. You put that effort in. Effort is everything.
Right.
Bianca, we want to know who's your key influences right now. Who are your key influences right now?
Key
If you had to
influence.
choose one or three, who would be your key influences?
Um, I guess, like I said, like I have a mentor. She's great. We talk on a
Hmm.
regular basis. She always influences me because she's always doing some sort of
Yeah.
research. She's keeping up with what's going on in nutrition. And anytime I have a question, because like I said, I do feel like I am an expert in my field, but I also
Hmm.
feel like with her, she's been in the field for like 30 something years. So she knows a lot more than me. She's seen a lot more than me. And so when I have questions, she does help me out. And so, again, that's why it's great to have a mentor, because a lot of times adults and kids, we see things on social media and we're like, oh, I
Right.
want to be like that person. And I'm like, but you don't even know that person. Like,
Exactly.
like
Exactly.
how can you be
Who
influenced by
is
that person? Like, so just kind of, like I said, have a mentor. That is very important, that you have one, that you can go to that person, confide in them, talk to them, and make sure that they're pouring back into you. If they're not pouring
that's
into you,
good.
then I mean, honestly, why are they there?
Right.
They need to be pouring into you and making sure that you are better than you were yesterday.
That is really good. So B, what key steps would you give our viewers in finding a mentor? What is something that you strongly suggest that they do in efforts to find the right mentor?
I think you definitely want to be prayerful about it.
Okay.
Sometimes we just kind of go out and just be like, "Oh, I like this person, so let me get connected to them." But sometimes my prayer is like, "God, show me who I should be connected to," because a lot
That's
of
good.
times we're connected to people and they don't mean us any good at all.
Come on. Come
And
on.
we think we know a person and we really don't. So, like I said, be very prayerful when you're looking for a mentor. Just saying, God, just bring the right person in my life to help me. Because God, of course, uses vessels to direct your path and
Yes.
lead you to where you need to be.
Right.
So again, be prayerful about it. And usually it's somebody that's in your field. Not always, but
Mhm.
if you're in the medical field or if you're in the business field, find somebody that's or educational field. Find somebody that's been in there for a while and has seen it. They've seen it all. And they
Right.
can help you get stuck or there's a roadblock. They know how to help you and to lead you and guide you to, the next step in your life. It sometimes, it may not be someone in your field. It may just be someone, a family member, or it could be, someone in your church or in your community that can be your
Mhm.
mentor. But 9 times out of 10, you
Definitely.
want to have someone that's in your field that can help you to get to the next step in your life.
I like that. Prayerful. I mean, that's the right way to go. It's like, you meditating on it. You go into the source to get
Mhm.
sources.
Right.
I mean,
Exactly.
this period. I mean, you go into the source to get sources,
Mhm.
resources rather.
Resources.
So,
Yeah.
before we close out today's episode, I want to talk about self care. So, as you mentioned, you're married, you have a steady work life and whatnot. When it comes to building and maintaining self care, what is some of the things that you do to keep your balance and keep Bianca as Bianca?
Yeah. Well, I guess coming from a nutrition aspect, um, we eat healthy here. We eat
I
healthy in
got
this.
you. Okay, okay.
In
No
that
fried chicken, baby. No fried chicken.
no, no, like, it's good and we've had it before. And, I'm not going to sit here and say I eat healthy all day, every day. You
Yeah.
know, what we put in our mouth, again, affects us. And so
Gotcha.
if you're constantly eating fried food or smoked foods and just whatever the case may be, desserts or whatever, you're not gonna be productive as you want to be. You're just not. Your
Gotcha.
body is gonna be like, what is this? Where are my nutrients? Where are my vitamins? I'm sluggish. I have a brain fog. I'm crashing. Like, what is
Yeah.
going on? And so again, for me and in my house, is that it's important that we do eat healthy, because we have jobs where we're going constantly all day in a school
Mm.
system. It doesn't stop. Like right now in the summer, I'm working. It's probably the busiest in the summer than it is when school starts.
Oh
But
wow. Okay.
because we're preparing, for the menus and these kids to eat
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
But um, it's important that that you're eating the right things so that you can be your best, so you can be productive. If you're and I'm not down in the coffee drinkers, because I know a lot of people drink coffee. But what happens when you drink a lot of
Mhm.
coffee is that, or you eat a lot of carbs in the morning. That's a great example. Um, you're gonna crash by 9 o'clock. By 10 o'clock, you're gonna be like, "Ooh,
Right. That's true.
I need another cup of coffee," or I need some more, whatever. And especially if you're sitting at a desk, like I sit at a desk a lot, you don't want to crash, because then you're not productive. And so
Right.
your whole day is just kind of like, well, what did I really do? So again, it's important, you guys, that for me, I don't have such a carby. A lot of people are like, what do you actually eat? Like, so I don't have a super carby breakfast. Like I may do oatmeal, but I have like a protein on the side, whether it's a protein smoothie, or I do protein waffles with peanut butter on it. I don't use syrup. So I'm
Gotcha.
adding protein back so that I have a protein rich breakfast, because by 9 o'clock I'm going into my first meeting.
Yeah.
I get to work at 6 o'clock. So I'm going to my first meeting at 9 o'clock. I'm going, I got another meeting at 1 o'clock. No, yes. And so I have to be, my mental state has to be there. I
Right.
cannot be sluggish, yawning, and looking crazy in these meetings.
I
So
get that.
and for lunch, I'm eating something balanced. It's going to be a protein with maybe like brown rice or something, or whole grain pasta with vegetables.
Yeah.
I'm I'm drinking water in between, or with my herbal tea. And then dinner, same situation. Your protein, your vegetable, your whole grain. And so you want to have that balance. Again, balance is key, every day. And that's one of my self-care things that I do for myself,
Okay.
making sure, not just because I'm a dietitian, but because I want to be healthy. I want to feel good. And if you're
Yeah.
not feeling good, something's not right. And so you need to go to the doctor, or your body is just like sluggish. And it could be a number of things. It could be that you're not eating enough fruit and vegetables. That's one thing we don't do. We love rice and meat, but forget our vegetables. And
Yeah.
vegetables, all of our y'all, you literally all of our nutrients that we need for the day. And that's why I don't recommend supplements either, because you get them
Mm.
from fruit and vegetables. They're
Yeah.
naturally they're there already. The only vitamin that you really should be taking is like a vitamin D,
Okay.
because African Americans, it does vitamin D comes from the sun, but because we're melanated, we can't
Right.
absorb it. And so we need a vitamin D. Vitamin D, and this is a little small lesson, y'all. Vitamin D is for your bones, healthy bones,
Come
strong
on,
bones,
bones. Come on,
from your
bones.
from your immune system, and just to keep you up, like just to keep you
Yeah.
mentally up. Vitamin D, it's important. So get you some, y'all. It's important.
Okay, I'm going after the broadcast. I'm gonna go get me some vitamin D.
Yes,
Sheesh,
and
you done
take it
got me.
every day.
You done got me. All right, I'm gonna go get it.
Yes, yes.
So, be one more question, and we'll close out. When it comes to us that love going out to eat, and we may want to hang out with our friends all the time, and we've been on this whole nutrition kick, and they chose a restaurant that you already know is nothing nutritious. And you like, okay, so do I back out or do I still go? Because maintaining friendships is important. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, okay, my body, I don't, I'm gonna just have water. What am I gonna do? So, so what do you do? Like, you don't want to be like, I can't go there, because they don't, because right there, that's temptation. And I know right there that you could have been doing this 14-day meal plan, and then it's day 14, and everything is fatty at the restaurant. So, what route? Like, like what do you do?
Well, I will tell you guys, there is at least one healthy item on the menu. At least
Okay,
one.
okay,
If it's not on the menu, ask. And a lot of times
okay,
people don't know to ask. A great place is Canes and Popeyes. A lot of times we
mm,
don't know that Canes and Popeyes has naked strips. They're not
okay,
fried, grilled,
okay,
but you have to ask for it. It's never going to be advertised. Can't think of a restaurant right now, but you have to ask. If you don't see it on there, ask them, can you make this into a healthier option? And they will do it. And so
okay.
we just don't know. We don't know to ask. We don't know to say something. We just like, oh, I'll just
Yeah,
whatever, because that's what's on the menu. But no, and so my thing is with me is I'm not gonna get anything fried. I'm just not gonna do it.
gotcha.
Not to say I've never eat anything fried, but I try to stay away from it.
Yeah,
Um, if you see something that's like a fried option, you can ask them, can you make this grilled? And you should be able to.
yeah,
So, if you are on that journey and you're like, okay, I still want to go eat out, I want to be with my friends, and, I'm not sure like what to get, like, ooh, I'm scared, like, oh, I'm gonna just eat whatever. No, ask first, ask your waitress or the manager, is
yeah.
there something on here that you can make a little bit healthier for me? Because, you know, if you want to say I'm on a health journey or whatever you want to say, they should be able to do it because you are paying them and they should be able to give you what you want.
You're right. You're right. So is blackened okay, or is blackened not okay?
Blackened's fine. The thing
Okay.
about blackened is it's a seasoning that they use to
Okay.
make it a little darker. Um,
Okay.
Now, when it comes to blackened, you may want to ask them, can you use maybe olive oil instead of butter? Because a lot of
Okay.
times, even though they do grill something, they're gonna use butter because it tastes better. It does taste good. I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay. You like, look, I need something with some good taste. Don't play with me. Don't play
Yeah,
with me.
yeah, but
So
ask them to do it in some olive oil, and they will do
okay.
it.
Okay. So I'm ready now. My viewers, y'all ready? Y'all done heard it first. She done told you what to do. Don't dodge those outings. You can still find you something to eat, and it don't have to be a salad. So
And
that's a
find
good thing.
balance. Yes, it's all balance is the key word for this segment right here. It is
Yeah.
balance, y'all.
Because that temptation is real. That temptation is real. You can get distracted real quick. You're looking at
Yes,
that menu, and that's what I noticed. Like with a lot of restaurants, they have these inserts that they put in. oh
Right.
well, this is the new item, and you're like, oh, and I'm guilty of it. I
Mhm.
won't even lie, I'm guilty of it. I'm like, oh, this is new, I want to try this new
That's
stuff,
right.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And then when I look again, I got the new stuff, what I normally get, and something else, and I'm like, well, dang, Corey, like, wait, you ain't supposed to get all of that. So
Right.
because I'm in preparation. I'm in. I have. Well, I can't say it on the podcast, but it's something that I'm currently working on,
Yeah.
and I'm on the whole healthier eating journey. So I'm on. I'm not gonna say what week number I'm on, but I'm doing better. I'm
Yeah, and
creeping.
y'all, if you're on a health journey right now, just remember what I said. It takes 21 days to build a habit, to start a habit. And
Yeah,
so, 21 days is 3 weeks. So, if it's day one for you, keep
and that
going.
felt like, 3 months sometimes.
Right. Hey, 2 years. Yes.
Ooh,
Yeah,
especially when you're
it can
driving and you know you didn't eat your breakfast and you
right.
skip lunch and you're
Mhm.
like, man, look, forget it. I'm just gonna grab whatever. And you're like, all right, now you feel all guilty all over back again.
Right. And it's
So
okay that if you mess up that one meal, remember you have the rest of the day to fix it.
to get back on control, awesome. So B, before we close out, there's many that probably want to stay in contact with you, follow you, or do business with you. How can they go about doing it?
So I do have my website. It's eatinggodsway.net. Also, you can email me. It's info@eatinggodsway.net. I am on Facebook, Bianca Coats or Eating God's Way, Instagram, Eating God's Way. You can purchase my book on the website. And, on the website, there's a place where you can go and just say, hey, I want to do a consultation. And, I'll just get back with you. I do take Blue Cross Blue Shield right now or private pay if you would like a consultation. Or you can also, get your doctor to send a referral and we can go from there.
Come on, this is the options for me. I
Yeah.
love a good option. I love a good option. Well, y'all, that's a wrap for this episode. Yes, it's good for you. And as you heard, she gave all those good options for you to hear. Once again, on behalf of the To Be Frank fam, we thank you for being on board with us. We want to salute you to continue on your journey. You are helping a lot of lives. And with that, you're doing a lot of empowerment as well. So much love to you for that. So, frankly speaking, y'all, it had to be said. That's a wrap for another episode of To Be Frank. Frank is your boy, Corey J, and I'm out. Peace.